So this is Chapter 2, Section 2, Using Transformations to Graph Quadratic Functions. Lesson 1, Video 1, Axis of Symmetry. So axis of symmetry, this is a, chart, if you will, that explains what it is. So in words, the axis of symmetry is a vertical line through the vertex of the function's graph. Now, it could be a quadratic like we are currently working with. It could be an absolute, which you've seen before. And there are a variety of other functions in which there is an axis of symmetry. Algebra. The quadratic function f of x is equal to a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k has the axis of symmetry x is equal to h. Also, using information from a previous lesson, the function f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, which was standard form. The top one is vertex form, has an axis of symmetry at x is equal to negative b divided by 2a. For the graph, as you can see, this red line going through it would be the axis of symmetry, and it goes through the x value of h, which is where the h comes from. Example, identify the axis of symmetry. So f of x, this is not a negative, this just means the first question, sorry. I didn't realize that looked like a negative. So f of x is equal to 2 times the quantity x plus 2 squared minus 3. This goes back into the first section in which you have to remember with vertex form, anything inside of the parentheses is opposite. Therefore, our axis of symmetry, AOS, is x is equal to negative 2, where negative 2 is becoming from the opposite of plus 2. I'll write that a little bit darker. So there's a variety of ways that this can work, but you have to remember that you're going to get the axis of symmetry from inside the parentheses. Found inside the parentheses. I did not spell that right. No, I'll just put the symbols instead. So there is potential that the axis of symmetry is 0. Something like that would look like f of x is equal to negative 2x squared minus 3. In this case, because there's no parentheses around the x, our axis of symmetry would be x is equal to 0 because there's nothing being added or subtracted to x specifically. So you'll get 0 when there is nothing inside parentheses. You try. Identify the axis of symmetry for the graph f of x is equal to negative 1 times the quantity x minus 3 squared plus 2. Always remember that you got to be looking for those parentheses. If you see parentheses, the axis of symmetry is not going to be 0.